Hi everyone, we are going to learn the sixth identity, which is a minus b whole cube. As per the previous videos, we have got a pattern where we will be doing the proof for the identity. We will be expanding, that is using the identity, we will be solving some questions, and then we will be factorizing based on our identity, which is a minus b whole cube. Along with that, you can see on the screen it's written underneath star surprise questions at the end. Yes, do watch the video till the end so that you can see what kind of different questions apart from expansion and factorization we can have with this identity, right? So let's start. First, we are going to talk about the proof. Okay, now when we are talking about proof, before that, we should be writing the expansion. The expansion for a minus b whole cube is a cube minus b cube minus 3ab, and in brackets we have a minus b. It is slightly different with respect to your previous identity, which is a plus b whole cube, such that wherever you have b, you have negative. That is the only difference, right? The rest, the pattern is absolutely same. So let's start with proof. And according to that, we should be doing a minus b into a minus b into a minus b, right? That means we have to multiply it 3 times. The first two brackets gives us a minus b whole square, leaving us with third bracket along with a minus b. Now, we know the expansion of the first bracket, which is a minus b whole square. So I will be using that, and that is a square minus 2ab plus b square, right? In bracket, we have a minus b. Now, trinomial times binomial. So multiplying term by term, a square with a, that gives us a cube, right? A square with minus b minus a square b. Then 2ab with a minus 2 a square b. After that, minus 2ab with minus b. So that gives us plus 2ab square. Now, b square into a, that gives us plus ab square. And the last, b square into minus b, that is minus b whole cube. So now we are going to collect the terms according to the expansion we have written on top, right? So we will write a cube minus b cube, and now minus a square b minus 2a square b, they are like terms. So we will get minus 3a square b, right? And then we have 2ab square and ab square being like, that gives us 3ab square. Now, as we had done in the previous identity also, what we have got common terms available in the last two terms, right? So we will be factorizing only the last two terms, and that gives us a cube minus b cube, the first two terms as it is. So the common terms that exist in the last two terms are minus 3ab, leaving us with a minus b, which is absolutely same as per written on top, right? So here is the proof, and that shows we are saving on to so many steps by learning this identity. Okay, now let's move on to the questions, where the first one is expand. And expand means we just simply apply the identity. I am writing the identity on top. So the identity is x minus y whole cube, which is x cube minus y cube minus 3xy brackets x minus y. So my 3a is x and 2b is y. So what do we get? We get 3a whole cube minus 2b whole cube minus 3 into 3a into 2b. Okay. Over here, again, the negatives have been taken care already in the expansion. So when you are plugging in the value for your second term, you don't need to put the negative again in the term because it has been taken care of. So if you see over here, the second term was minus 2b. Every time where I have to put y, I am just putting 2b but not minus 2b. Okay, so be careful on that. Now in the bracket, we have 3a minus 2b, right? So what do we get? We get 27a cube minus 8b cube. Then we have 3 into 3, 9. 9 twos are 18. We get 18ab in bracket 3a minus 2b. Expansion means we need to expand each and every possible brackets that exist. So we are yet not complete. Okay. 27a cube minus 8b cube minus. Now 18 threes are, that is 54a square b plus 36ab square. How did I get 36? 18ab times 2b. 18 twos are 36 and ab into b gives us ab square. So now we are actually done with the expansion of our first question, right? Now, moving on with the next. This gives us 4 cube minus 1 by 3x whole cube minus 3 into 4 into 1 by 3x in bracket 4 minus 1 by 3x. Because 4 is my first term, 1 by 3x is my second term. So I now directly applied according to the identity which I have already written on top over here, right? Now, moving on, 4 cube gives us 64 minus 1 by 27 x cube. Okay, 3 and 3 got cancelled. So we are having 4 by x outside and bracket gives us 4 minus 1 by 3x. Oops, x is on the top, right? So now the final 64 minus 1 by 27 x, my bad, x was actually a part of the denominator. Yeah, x is a part of the denominator, right? I am writing it wrong. Guys, see, if I am also able to commit a mistake over here, you guys, there is a possibility that anyone can. If you are not committing mistake, excellent. But be careful, right? So x comes in the bottom only. Right. So we have x cube over here. Now, 4 fours are 16 over x. Now, we need to multiply this minus 4 by x with minus 1 by 3x, right? So what does that gives me? First of all, it's plus 4 over 3x square. And that's all. This is the expansion of 4 minus 1 by 3x whole cube, right? Now, the next question, evaluate. We always do one question or two questions with respect to evaluation so as to get exposure that yes, these questions may appear in your exam. Okay, so now 99 cube can be written as 100 minus 1 whole cube, right? Applying the identity, 100 cube minus 1 cube minus 3 into 100 into 1 brackets 100 minus 1, right? Now what is 100 cube? It is 10 lakhs minus 1. Now 3 into 100 into 1 is just 300 and 100 minus 1 is 99. So what do we get? 10 lakhs minus 1 minus. Now 300 into 99. That gives me 29700, right? So now we need to subtract. So we will have 10 lakh, minus. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add them. It's a negative addition, right? So that gives me 29701, right? Now we need to subtract this. And upon subtraction, we have 970299. This is your final answer. Because whenever you do a cube of 9, ending a number ending with 9, and you do cube, your answer also ends with 9. So here is an answer, right? The calculations were easy. Just the last subtraction, you need to be careful, right? Okay. Now, factorization. As always, we have been doing. So how do you identify that, yes, it belongs to the identity of a minus b whole cube? Easy. First two terms, perfect cubes. Last two terms, alternate a square and b square. But why a minus b whole cube? Why not a plus b whole cube? Because of the presence of negatives. right? And where negatives? Negatives with B, where B is in odd power. Look over here. We have B cube, so we have negative. We have B, so we have negative. Now, the last term was B square. So when you do a square of a negative, it is not going to be negative. Hence, it is positive, right? So many ways to recognize the identity. Let's start. What is cube root of 64a cube? That is 4a whole cube. And similarly, 27b cube, 3b whole cube. Then I will not work on 144a square b or 100ab square, but we will use the reverse method of the identity. We have kept the identity in our mind, right? So from there, what do we get? 3 into 4a into 3b. And in bracket, we will just write 4a minus 3b. Now we will cross check. Cross check so that we are sure that yes, the terms we have written over here, they are correct. And how? 3 into 4 is 12. 12 into 3 is 36. Now, if you do 36 into 4, that is 144. So a square b, which is correct, right? Now, again, 3 4s are 12, 12 3s are 36. 36 3s are is 108 minus minus plus ab square, which is correct, right? So, what do we get? We get 4a minus 3b whole cube, right? Final answer, 4a minus 3b, 4a minus 3b, and the final factor, 4a minus 3b. Here are your factors. The factorization is pretty easy when you remember your identity and also know how to recognize it. Okay? Now, the next question. 1 minus 64a cube minus 12a plus 48a square. Okay, so which terms are the perfect squares? It is 1 and 64a cube, right? So let's begin. We have 1 cube minus 4a whole cube, right? And then we have 3 times 1 times 4a in bracket 1 minus 4a, right? So cross check 3 into 4, 12a, 12a into 1, 12a. So we have 12a, right? Second verification 3 into 4, 12, 12a, 12a into 4 is 12 into 4, 48, a square. Bingo. We are correct, right? So what do we get? We get 1 minus 4a whole cube. And the final factors 1 minus 4a times 1 minus 4a times 1 minus 4a. Easy peasy. We hardly took a minute or something like that to do the whole factorization, right? Next, another factorization, because we should be, when we are practicing for factorization, you pick up whichever book apart from NCRT, because NCRT doesn't have a good variety with respect to identities. Okay, so do pick up an extra book, or I will be uploading extra questions shortly with respect to each identity. You can pick up from there. And along with that, do practice each and every question so that things are actually saved on to your mind that yes, this is the question and this is the way we need to solve them. Okay. So starting with it, the two cubes, perfect cubes. First, it's 27p cube and 1 upon 216. One more thing, for such questions, you have to remember the cubes also, right? First 10 cubes are already done in class 8. Do revise them, okay? Because I'm not expecting you to learn the cubes from 11 onwards numbers, but numbers up till 10, yes, you should be knowing all the cubes and squares as well. For squares, it's good if you know up till 30, but for cubes, at least till 10, okay? So now, I'll shuffle first 27p cube minus 1 by 216 minus 9 by 2p square plus 1 by 4p. Okay, so we have 3p whole cube. Now what is cube root of 216? It is 1 by 6. Then 3 times 3p times 1 by 6 In bracket, we will have 3p minus 1 by 6. Okay. So we need to verify. If we while verification, we can consider this as 2. So we get 3p by 2. 3p by 2 into 3p. 9 by 2p square. And then we had again 3p by 2. So 3p by 2 minus 1 by 6. I'll write it down over here. We had 3p by 2 into 1 by 6. What does that gives you? P by 4, right? So we had p by 4 over here. Yes. And that helps us to verify. So what are we getting? 3p minus 1 by 6 whole cube. And that leaves us with your final answer of 3p minus 1 by 6, 3p minus 1 by 6, and the last 3p minus 1 by 6. Right? We are done with expansions, evaluate, and factorization. And as I promised, there are some special questions at the end. So let's start. The question is simplify now. Okay, when we were doing earlier identities, there were hardly any questions for simplify. But as you move on, after learning more and more identities, you will get a more variety of simplifying questions because now the identities gets clubbed. Means each question will have multiple identities in use. So we have to do that carefully, right? And now, how do we do this one? The question says 2x minus 5y whole cube minus 2x plus y 5y whole cube. This is a question belonging to simplifying. So over here, you have to expand each bracket and then subtract the answers. There is nothing more in this, but the only requirement is you have to be careful while expanding each of them. So what I will do, I will expand 2x minus 5y whole cube separately, 2x plus 5y whole cube separately, and then club the answers, right? So let's start. 2x minus 5y whole cube. It gives us 2x whole cube minus 5y whole cube minus 3 into 2x into 5y into 2x minus 5y. Sometimes in writing it flows, right? So we have 2x minus 5y. Now what does this gives us? 8x cube minus 125y cube. Now 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 5, 30, right? So we have 30xy outside. Inside we have 2x minus 5y, right? So now expanding at the final step, 8x cube minus 125y cube. Now what do we get? 30 times 2, which is 60. So we have 60x squared y, right? Then we have 30 times 5, which is 180, minus minus plus. So plus 180 xy squared, right? This is what we are getting. 30 times 5. Sorry, it is not 180, but 120, right? What I'm saying, it has to be 150, right? 150 xy square. So now what do we get? We have to expand 2x plus 5y whole cube also. It is going to be quicker because the terms are same. The only difference is between the signs. So we can write just 2 steps over here, which is 2x whole cube plus 5y whole cube plus 3 into 2x into 5y into 2x plus 5y. Now I will write the answer directly, which is 8x cube plus 125y cube. Okay, 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 5, 30, 30 into 2, 60. So we have plus 60x square y. And then similarly, 3 into 2, 6, 6 5s are 30, 30 5s are 150 plus 150 xy square. So what we have done, we have expanded the 2 brackets. Now we need to club them and subtract the answers, right? So now joining things, we have to be ultra careful over here. The terms for the first one were, I remember them. So we have 8x cube minus 125 y cube, right? Yeah, that is correct. Minus 60 x square y plus 150 xy square. I will capture that in a square bracket minus. Yes, this step is mandatory. We cannot do it directly. Guys, I have checked many papers and I have seen that yes, when the children are doing this step, they try to be miser in writing one more extra step. And what they do, they don't use the second bracket. They try to change the sign directly in this. And yes, it's always they commit mistakes. Always. So do not avoid this step, do write this one, and then in the next step carefully open the bracket and change the signs. Everything is positive in the second bracket, right? The terms are same, everything is same, so 150 xy square, right? So now what do we get? Equals. So we have 8x cubed minus 125 y cubed minus 60 x square y plus 150 xy square minus 8x cubed minus 125 y cube minus 60 x square y minus 150 xy square, right? Now, here comes the most interesting part where we cancel out. I really love this step. 8x cube, finished. 150 xy square, 150 xy square, finished. Now, what are we left? Minus 125 y cube minus 125 y cube. That is minus 250 y cube. Then 60x square y, 60x square y minus 120 x square y. Now, do we have any simplification left over here? No. And guys, this is your final answer. Do not do anything after this because I have seen children try to find out common terms and factorize. The question is not factorize. The question is simplify. And we have done. We can't simplify anything further. This is the end of the story. Finished. If you factorize after this step, even despite doing after everything correct, you will lose marks at the end. So don't factorize, just leave your answer here and move on. Finished. Okay. Now the next question and the last question of this video. The question says simplify, it belongs to that. And we have multiple things, right? So what are they? X plus y whole cube, x minus y whole cube, x square minus y square. Now, do you feel the need of expanding? I'm sure you will feel that. But we will do this question with a trick and it will become easier. Yes, it will become easier. How? Let x plus y equals your a and x minus y equals your b, right? So what are we having? We are having, okay, we can obviously understand it belongs to the identity of a minus b whole cube, right? A minus b whole cube. What should be the expansion? A cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a plus b. But we are still not able to relate it confidently because we do not find these terms as it is over here, right? I'll show you why we are not able to find them. Okay, a cube minus b cube is evident. It is clear cut. But why the last bracket is slightly different? So first, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to solve this part, right? If I write 3 into a, that is x plus y, into b, that is x minus y, and then we have a plus b, which is x plus y plus x minus y. Yeah, my bad. It was supposed to be minus over here, right? It was supposed to be a minus b. So I need to correct this over here also. Minus x minus y, right? See how I have used the bracket because the sign needs to be changed. And without using the brackets, I'm sure you will forget it, right? So now, what do they give us? They give us 3 into x square minus y square. And in bracket, we have x plus y minus x plus y. So x and x getting cancelled. 3 into x square minus y square leaves us with 2y. So when you simplify this, what does it gives you? 6y x square minus y square, right? Now you can relate because what I have done, I have solved this portion and it relates to this, which is similar to the second part of the portion, right? Now we will just merge things. Without applying individual identities over here, we have proved what it is equals to. So what we are getting now, we are having a cube minus b cube minus 3ab bracket a minus b, right? This is equals to a minus b whole cube. So we will write what is a, x plus y, what is b, x minus y whole cube. Now we will simplify within the bracket, x plus y minus x plus y whole cube, x got cancelled, 2y whole cube. Answer is just 8y cube. It is, yes, unbelievable. Such a big portion without doing many steps, we have proved that yes, it is just equals to 8y cube. And that's all. It was that easy. I told you we will be doing with a trick. And if you do it with general expansions, you will be able to get to this answer also. But it is going to be a long method otherwise, right? So do practice these questions and do keep a watch on the channel for more informative and learning videos, right? Happy learning!